Hi, Dorian. How you doing? I am sorry I sent you so many emails, but I wanted to respond to every one of your emails just to make sure I answered all your questions. Um, yeah, I just wanted to go over. I wanted to go over the roof thing because last week you said that you want two dormers on your loft space to make it feel more like homey. And we had talked about having a shed roof before, and I wanted to kind of show you and explain to you what a dormer is, and talk to you about the ridge line because you can't actually have two dormers on a shed roof. So let me share the screen. Oops, not that one, this one. Okay, so this is what you've seen a lot in tiny homes. This is a gable roof with a dormer on each side of the gable. And a dormer is basically a slightly less inclined roof, and it pops out. So the framing for the roof kind of continues all the way around it. And then there's like a triangle that comes out. That's a traditional dormer. And from the inside, it'll look a little different than this finish because there won't be this angle here. But I just wanted to quickly go over this with you and show you. So this is pretty much how you get your kind of rectangular space up here with two dormers, but that really limits the amount of space you have in the living area. And I know you wanted bike storage, and there wouldn't be enough, unless you put your bike up in the center of this area. I think it actually would fit if you kind of like put it above these beams. And I wanted to show you these to show you how much these beams are going to cut off the space and make sure that you're okay with that, because it's really going to divide the top and bottom areas a lot. So this is with the dormer. So the other option that we were looking at before is a single shed roof, and that's this. With a single shed roof, there's a ridge line. I didn't explain the ridge line either. On the ridge line here, there's a single ridge beam that is like coming from the front of the house to the back. And that's a single beam that is a continuous load path essentially for the roof. And it falls on each one of the rafters. On a shed roof, the ridge beam is clearly and obviously at the top up here, and you can pull a single dormer out to the side. That only gives you one skylight, but you probably could get two small ones in there or one single larger one. This one's only 2 foot by 2 foot that I'm showing, and a 2 foot by 4 foot window. But you can probably increase the size of that. And then on this, you could put windows kind of all across this top area, and get a lot of light on the inside. And the reason that you couldn't have two dormers off of a shed roof is that you have this ridge beam. If you put another dormer, you would have to have the peak at the center. And then it actually wouldn't be a dormer at all. It would just be a gable roof at this side. And typically you can't do that because if you put a gable here in the center, then you'll have kind of a triangle. Let's see if I can show you. You'll have like this weird area where the two roofs cross. And you can't do that because of the way flashing works. Well, let's say you probably can, but it's not advisable. And then you would have like a gap on the back side. So I didn't even model it because it's just not something that you can do. And I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. And I can talk about it. You know, there's more roof options than just these. So the thing about this one, when you're on the inside, is it does give you a lot more space. I mean, you still get the same shape area, actually. We can pull this back to the wall even, and you just get the same space that you would. Let's compare them. So this is the shed roof. You get kind of single height on this side, where you could pull a bike up against the wall. I'm really not sure how that works with these beams, though. Maybe you could like stand on the stair here, because you have to have this far enough back that you can actually walk up the stairs. But maybe you could just stand on the stair and kind of like huck your bike up there. But that's not ideal. So let me know what you think about these beams. I'm not convinced they're a great idea, but if you like the look of them, then they might be worth the disadvantages. So this is with a single shed and a single dormer off the shed roof, and that still allows you a lot of space on the roof for solar panels. A single plane for all the solar panels. And that'll allow the structure to be a little bit more beefy in that area to hold those panels too. But you'll see if you compare this with this, you're still getting a good amount of headroom, really the same amount of headroom. And you're getting windows on both sides, the same that you are with that. And then the only difference is that typically you only see these with one skylight, but if we got pricing for a larger skylight, it would virtually be the same. Or we could add 2 smaller ones up there. So it's up to you, but I wanted you to kind of see the difference. I think this limits your roof area in the storage section. The gable roof will limit the storage you have on this side versus the other version. Sorry, is that confusing? Versus you get a little bit more space and less over here. So, you know, it's up to you. You know, there might be some other options if you want me to explore other roof lines. Let me know. It does take time to try and figure these out. So, yeah. Let me know. Let me know what you think of these beams up here too. Oh yeah, and then if you want to add 2 doors, we can totally do that. I didn't even realize that I didn't have 2 doors, but it makes more sense to have a closet door and a laundry door, unless you want to have, when you're doing laundry, if you want to be able to take your laundry out and put it in the closet at the same time, then you wouldn't be able to do that in either case. So, you know, it kind of makes sense to have a closet door and a door to cover up the laundry washer and dryer. So I honestly think that's probably smarter. We also didn't talk about the privacy factor with this layout. I was wondering what you think of that, if that's an issue, or if you want to put like blinds up or something. We might be able to pull some kind of, like, make some kind of divider come up and over here, whether it's a curtain or something, a screen of some sort. So yeah, let me know. Alrighty. I haven't worked on anything else much this week. Oh, work is a little crazy. So, yeah, I'll try and work on it more next week. Anyway, the trailer question, too, is a good question about the length from the wheel well to the back of the trailer. And I went to a dealer today and talked to a guy about a tiny house trailer, and he said he sold 4 of them because the high school in my town are building tiny houses, but they use 16-foot trailers. Let me get the book for you real quick. Sorry. Okay, so this is what he gave me. And this is what I took. Is it backwards for you? Anyway, so it basically, the 300, for this brand, the 300 7x20 is the standard with 10,000 pound axles. And again, it just gives you the total length, the total width, the bed length. 5-inch channels, bed height, curb width, curb weight. So it doesn't give you that dimension again from the wheels to the back of the trailer. And it really seems to vary a lot. Even if you look at these 3 images, the length from the back of this trailer to that wheel well is significantly different than like this one to the back of that. And like this is the longer trailer. But this is an even longer trailer and it's less distance. So until you actually buy a trailer or go and look at trailers that you want, it's hard to know exactly what we're going to get because the dealer also said that it varies for brand too because of the different weights of the structures they use. But I've been kind of guesstimating on photos that it's a quarter distance from the center of the axle to the end of the trailer, which is 6 feet, and then it ends up being another foot to the end of the tire. So 5 feet to the back, but that might be a generous estimate. That's kind of the benefit of having the entry over the wheel well in a way, is that you don't have to worry about that exact measurement. But we can adjust the drawings. You know, of course, that's what I'm concerned about is making sure the structure is going to be accurate for when you go and build it. But if you're just interested in like the sizing, then that's kind of my best estimate. All right, let me know if anything else floats about. Thanks for the videos. The table ideas, fine, we can totally do that. If you think that would work for you, that's cool. I mean, just realize that instead of having legs, you're having something at the top of the table, right? It's a little bit less annoying because you don't have to move your legs, but it's also probably going to be annoying because you have this thing like right next to you. So, yeah, whatever you want with that. I think that was it. The flooring was a little cumbersome on that video too that you sent. I don't know about that. If you're looking for something other than wood flooring, maybe we can look at different options. But let me know. I also think this is, I need to get the drawings going a little bit more before we go into any more detail, because I need to find space for all of the mechanical goods, and I haven't drawn in each item yet or the mechanical room at the front of the trailer because I'm not sure on sizing. And I think that you need a water tank as well. So I'm not sure if you mind that being underneath the kitchen sink. But if you are cool with this layout, then give me a couple of weeks to get the elevations drawn for you, both interior and exterior. And then we can talk about, like, all those will be a lot finer detailed dimensions. The plan, it's kind of general dimensions of the spaces, and then the elevations will have dimensions of all of the cabinetry and things like that, so you can make sure that the cat box fits, the refrigerator fits, that kind of detail. So it's awesome if you like this layout. I'm excited, we're getting closer. Alrighty, I will talk to you soon. Bye.